Hi guys, I'm on my way to pick up Cozy. I'm a little better today. I was a mess yesterday, man. It's just too much. It's just too scary. But I'm on my way to pick her up. We've changed all her meds. They actually had to call me from this specialty pharmacy to make sure I was coming to pick them up because they're too expensive to titrate and then not have you pick them up. I'm like, yeah, I'm coming. They're like, well, can we have your credit card in the car? I was like, okay. So I guess people get there and go, how much? Never mind. And I know maybe I'm going a little crazy for a dog. Like maybe, some people don't feel like, but I don't have a lot. Like I don't go buy clothes. Well, yeah, I do. Not often though. I don't often go buy clothes, or do I like go get my hair done for hundreds, or my nails. As you can tell, I've been biting them off since Wolf died. Oh, this retrograde. I can't wait till at least some of it's over. A couple things. First off, you've met Carrie, right? My friend Carrie. And after I talked to you guys yesterday, I called her, and by the time I got, because where this emergency vet is, the only emergency vet around us, is up by her house. And I live like an hour from her. Because again, I live in Maryland. Everybody I know lives in Delaware. So my hair's wet. It looks so weird and flat and strange and dark. Anyway, she like left her house and met me, like just came over to the parking lot where I was going with Cozy and handed me a credit card and said, here, use what you need. And I was like, what? Now, I didn't take that because she can't afford it any more than I can. And I did end up getting like a second line of credit, but I haven't gone near the first line of credit other than to pay the minimum because it keeps happening again and again. It's like a couple grand every time, and today's probably going to be more. They kept her overnight. She couldn't get off oxygen. They tried like 3 different times, and finally this afternoon, it's like one of the meds kicked in and she could breathe again. This one was probably the worst and the scariest, and they've changed her meds, and we're going to try that. But they said to me, her prognosis long term is grim because unless I do all these tests, and the tests include like putting a tube down her throat and like seeing what's happening, and swallow studies and all this stuff that is thousands more than what I've put out so far, which is, as of today, will be over $10,000 in just, the few months I've had Cozy. I haven't had her. She's only 7 months old. And, I've only had her for like 5 months. That's 5 months, $2,000 a month figure. Now, I'm not a rich lady, and YouTube doesn't pay me that kind of money. So I put the GoFundMe up, hoping I could get some help, because if I can pay up the credit care credit card before the 6 months are over, then I will have like a chunk on that card to use if I want to do some of these testing. The other thing was, I had found this other vet that I really kind of like. She's kind of cool and into witchcraft and stuff, but that's not. But she's a lot more like down homey than some of these, the younger guys that I'm dealing with at the emergency clinic. So I just want to get her spin on it, like what she thinks. Because these guys want to put Cozy to sleep. They want to put her down. They said it like 3 different times that, you know, she's 7 months old and she's got a file this thick. And they're like, you know, you can only do this so many times. I mean, financially. And I was like hysterical. I don't want to hear that shit. I was like, no, fix her. Don't let my dog die, you know. But I see where they're going with it. Like, I mean, for a puppy to have been sick, this sick, deadly sick, that many times, is like really concerning. My hope is that first off, she grows, she gets bigger, which she actually had lost a little weight. But remember, she just had that big bout of vomiting through. A lot of this they think is her GI tract, that she's regurgitating her water and her food, especially when she sleeps or relaxes, and then she inhales it. And that's when she wakes up like, can't breathe, you know, and that puts her into aspirated pneumonia like that. Like, she's got it. At that point, I just grab her up and rush her to the ER. So, you know, they just think that I'm throwing good money out for bad, and maybe I am. But if it was your little baby, you know, what would you do?
Oh, shark rate's got me. Oh, bite me. Ow, 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 ow. Excuse me.
Have a kiss? Oh, have another kiss? No kisses, Ramon. This is what I go through with this little ragamuffin. She's so cute. Okay. Oh, right up the nose, right up the nostril. You've graded. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my God. Look at this. But you really will feel, she hates when I talk, because you feel the vibrations of the earth under here. She is digging on my face. Why? Was that a big enough kiss? Oh my God, she's slipping out. Don't slip out. You're gonna fall, crazy. All right, go play. Go. I'm not willing to do that. Her lungs are not scarred. They checked for that, because if her lungs were scarred, I would say, okay, maybe we should look at putting her down, because I don't want her to live an unhappy life, you know. But when she's not sick, because these are instances, not like she doesn't slowly get sick. She gets sick because boom, that event happened, and then now she's sick. In between, she's happy, running, playing, energy, no problem breathing. You know, it's just those moments, and it's all because of her anatomy. Because congenitally, her anatomy's wrong. And all we can do is try to treat the condition with different meds, and until I find the right cocktail, or if I don't, if it happens again, I'll probably, I don't know what I'll do. I say that I'll probably put her down, but I don't know. It depends. But I don't want her to keep going through this. I get it. Like, I get it. I'm not a cruel person. I just love her so fiercely and don't want to lose her. I'm so tired of losing, you know? It's like, if I believed in, like, a devil, right? I would say, well, this is the devil because it always goes after the thing that you feel so special about. You know what I mean? But I don't believe in the devil, so it doesn't matter. I mean, I know there's demons, but not like a devil. I think the devil's like in us more than anything else. But anyway, I'm not going to think about her getting put to sleep right now. I am going to go pick her up and be grateful I have her for whatever time I can have her for, and hopefully I can find the right meds. And if there's a veterinarian out there that wants a really specialized crazy case, or who's willing to donate some of their, even just their time on a phone, I would so appreciate it. I'm exhausted. I didn't sleep much last night. My mind's just whirling with all this shit, you know. And in the end, you know, it's all love. I just love her so much. I don't know how to just be like, oh yeah, let's give up on her. But my pocketbook is empty. I have bills that I'm ignoring because of this. So hopefully, and by the way, you know, if you can't donate, do not feel bad, okay? Don't feel bad. Just share the video. If you can't donate, share the link to donate to people that maybe can, or to your Facebook or something like that, so that, you know, I don't, listen, I know what it's like to live. I live paycheck to paycheck. So if I live paycheck to paycheck and I'm able to have done this with this dog this long, then I get it. I know what it's like to live paycheck to paycheck. And it's about killing me. Like that I don't, you know, I don't have any money left. It's all my credit cards are maxed. I get it. It's hard to donate when you don't have enough for you. So I am not asking you to hurt yourself to donate to me. What I'm asking you to do is take a moment out of your day, of your night, and share the video with the link. I'll put the link in here too. Just share the video, share the link, share the last one where you see her sick, because the video before this, because I think that speaks more to how desperate and how sick she gets. And maybe, you know, who knows, maybe some millionaire will feel bad for me. Say, boom, here's all the money you need ever to treat Cozy. Or maybe a veterinarian will be like, oh, that's a cool case, let me take that case and actually fix her, which is what I want, and just let her lead a normal life. Oh, getting all over. Anyway, my hair is so wonky, it's still soaking wet. Anyway, guys, so I'm about to pick her up, and I'll take a picture of her, see if she's looking okay. Like won't come up. She's either under the chair or right there. I laid that down for her. You know, she's just trying to heal up, I guess. When I take her outside, she walks like so slow. So what was I saying? Oh, okay, so there's like 2 steps to walk down to get out to the backyard, right? So, she's never had trouble with the steps in the backyard. Well, she can walk down them, but she could not get back up. Like, she could maybe if I forced her, but she would walk over to them and just stand there waiting for me to pick her up. So I had to like walk outside, pick her up, and get her onto the 2 steps. Like, she couldn't do it. And I've never seen her this bad, like I've never seen her like this bad the whole time. Like, this is the worst it's been. But like I said, like, if you had seen what I saw when I walked in, like, it was crazy. It was like, there was foam. Okay, when I walked in my door, Piper came to greet me, but Cozy wasn't there, and I was like, where the fuck's Cozy? You know, she never does that. She's always the first one to greet me. So, I go, Cozy, and I look up the hallway, and she's sitting in front of the chair. So she was sitting in front of the chair you just saw, right? That's her, like, spot to go a lot. She'll sleep underneath it. It has a skirt, so she likes to sleep underneath it. So she was sitting in front of it, though, so I could look right down the hallway and see her. And foam is just pouring out of her mouth, like, and her nose. She has it, like, dripping off her chin. I'm like, what the hell is this? I've seen her have a little bit. They call it hypersalivation, but I've never seen anything like it. It was everywhere, all over my house. It was like foam. Like she had walked around trying to, I don't know for how long, but everything was soaking wet. I showed you in the video, her in the bed, where I lifted her head up and all the stuff was, the entire bed was soaked. Plus she was peeing herself, which she doesn't do anymore. She's pretty good. So I'm like, what happened in that short of a time? But here's what the doctor says, like when she aspirates her food, so like she eats something and then she regurgitates a little of it and she'll suck it into her lungs. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when that happens, it's immediate. That's how come she was good, because she was playing. Like she literally was in my bed playing that morning. But by the time I got home, like literally 6 hours later, she was fucked, you know. But the doctor said it's because she creates the pneumonia instantly. She just sucks like food and shit down her throat into her lungs. And so now they're looking at it more like it's a GI thing rather than like a lung thing. Because the lungs only get involved because that's where she aspirates to, is her lungs. But that honestly, it isn't so much her lungs that are fucked up as possibly her esophagus or her stomach. And when you look at the x-ray, like, okay, if you look at the dog's x-ray, like if here's their head, right? And then their neck and their spine goes down like that, right? So head and spine. Cozy has head, spine, and then normally you have ribs that come down like that like cover the heart. Only Cozy's ribs curl in. So it looks like her ribs go down like a chest. It would go down like a chest. And then she has this like mountain that goes in, right? Like where her, I guess, waistline would be, if it's for a better lack of telling you where this is. If I could have gotten a picture of her ribs, I would have. Maybe I'll ask for a picture. But at any rate, but it looks like a mountain, like in her, like coming up into her belly. And what happens is food goes, if this is her head, and she eats a bunch of food, right? And then it's supposed to go down into her throat, down her throat, and then past her chest and heart and everything, into her belly, and then into her intestines, right? And out. Only with Cozy, it gets stuck on that mountaintop. You know, the ribs come up like this. So where it would go down her throat and then just go to her belly, hers goes down her throat and then gets stuck there and has to like work to get it down her belly. We're giving her medicines that help stuff go the right way, because right now, if it's like, and I'm changing the way I feed her in little tiny increments so it has time to pass. Because maybe when she has a whole dinner, we don't know this, but we're guessing. Maybe when she has a whole dinner, that ball of food hasn't gone over that the mountain of ribs that are in the way. There is an operation you can have that can drop her ribs to fix them. It's pretty brutal, and a lot of dogs don't make it from it. There's no, that I know of, there's no like easy solution other than to see if we can get her on the right cocktail of meds to stop this, because honestly, I don't think these vets are going to work on her if I bring her back again. Because they were like, you know, this isn't right. She's 7 months old. She's been here. She's had pneumonia 7 times. She's had a reaction to medicine twice. Like, she's had so many hospitalizations, and she's only 7 months old. But I love you. Thank you for helping. Thank you for sharing. Stay tuned. We're going to see how this plays out. Hopefully there'll be a happy ending. That's what I'm going to put into the universe, because he's going to get better. Oh my God, my hair.